We could all use some encouragement. And I've got some good news for you. Welcome to 5 Minutes with Mark. Hey friends, it's Friday again, and can you believe it? We are cranking right through chapter 3 of the Gospel of Mark. Here we are, starting at verse 13. Chapter 3, verse 13. And he went up on the mountain and called to him those he himself wanted, and they came to him. Then he appointed 12, that they might be with him, and that he might send them out to preach, and to have power to heal sicknesses and to cast out demons. Simon, to whom he gave the name Peter, James the son of Zebedee, and John the brother of James, to whom he gave the name Boanerges, that is, sons of thunder. Andrew, Philip, Bartholomew, Matthew, Thomas, James the son of Alphaeus, Thaddeus, Simon the Canaanite, and Judas Iscariot, who also betrayed him. And they went into a house. So, here it is, the calling of the 12. Jesus gets away from the mob, goes up on a mountain. And again, it said before, he has his disciples following him. So he had quite an entourage. But he handpicks 12 out of that entourage to come with him up on the mountain. And he's going to appoint them as apostles. That's right. They're the apostles at this point because they're appointed to be sent out. That's what apostle means, is the sent one. So Jesus has disciples, those who are following him. And then he has those that he has chosen he has handpicked to equip and send out, to be his representatives, to go preach, to heal, and to cast out demons. These 12 men are the sent ones. I think this is a really important distinction for us to make. But it's also really important for us to understand that this dynamic is still happening, that Jesus is attracting and he's calling and he wants people to follow him. But occasionally, out of that group of followers, there are those that Jesus is going to pick, touch, and say, now you go. Now you go. Those are the pastors and the missionaries. Those are the ministers in the body. And I think there's more people who are called to be sent ones than recognize it. Because in our minds, that means that we're supposed to, go to China, start a church, or we're supposed to go to some, urban center or some rural place or climb a mountain or do some incredible thing. And some people are called to do, missions work across the sea, around the world, in the inner cities and in the mountains, wherever. But I think we're all called. We're all called to go into our neighborhoods, into our families, into our communities, and shine the light. We're all called to be witnesses of Christ. But some are certainly handpicked. I certainly feel like my calling was one that God placed on my life, that I do this because I have to. I do this with love, and I love what I do. But I can't not do it because this is what God wants me to do. So what is it that God wants you to do? What is Jesus calling you to go out and perform? What's your role? It's going to be unique. I can't tell you what it is. But if you'll pray, if you'll seek God's will, He'll show you. And again, for some people, it's to make meals and invite people over. I'm married to someone like that. She's great at it. That's her gift. That's her calling. It doesn't have to be get up on stage. It doesn't have to be make videos. It doesn't have to be anything nearly as complicated as that. What's important is that you figure out what it is that Jesus has called you to do, and then go do it. And do it with passion. He called 12 guys across the gamut. We could break these names down and talk about how different they were and from the different backgrounds and the different places. I mean, you've got, James and John, the sons of thunder, I mean, because they're loud and obnoxious. So you got a Canaanite who's in there up from Cana. And you've got, Judas Iscariot, who's going to betray him in the end, who was handpicked by God to be one of the 12. You've got Matthew, who was Levi, the tax collector. You've got all these people from all these various backgrounds. Thomas, who's going to doubt. Jesus uses a wide variety of people to accomplish his purpose. And again, what I'm convinced and what I really see most strongly in this passage, it's not just a list of names. What I see is a Jesus, a Lord, who calls us to follow and then appoints us to be sent. Because that's how the gospel goes out into the world. It's not about doing church right. It's about going out and being the Christians, being the Jesus followers, being the sent ones that we're called to be. Think about that. And I'll see you again next week. Have a great one. I hope you're enjoying this Bible study, this quick devotion. If you'd like more content, you'd like to know more about me and see more of the things that I'm doing, check out my website, theeclecticmonk.com. There you'll find out about my video vlog, my podcast, and a whole lot of other stuff. Hope you'll join me there.